If you like the MCU and the Avengers for what it did in terms of saving Marvel and revolutionizing the direction of Hollywood, you have one man and one studio to thank: Zack Snyder and WB. So this comes at us from Aquaman star Patrick Wilson, who was also in Watchmen. And he was recently talking about the recent comic book boom and how everybody credits Marvel Studios with the modern day superhero film and the hype, which, yeah, because literally the DCEU wouldn't exist without the MCU. Like the Avengers, what they did, it's been very well documented. It's literally taught in film school now, like the importance of the Avengers. But he wanted to talk about this whole thing, and he said that if you really look at it, the MCU, and specifically the Avengers, would not exist if it wasn't for Zack Snyder's Watchmen, because he did that film so the MCU could then make bright comic book films, and he believes that that's why the Avengers was successful. Now, God, look, anything I say, even if I provide proof, there's going to be people in the comments that are like, nope, he's right, it's all true, like, people bend over backwards to give Zack Snyder credit for things he literally never did. And now people are literally saying the same thing, being like, oh no, definitely, because of Zack Snyder, you got the Avengers. Okay, Iron Man and the Incredible Hulk came out in 2008. We all got this, right? Watchmen came out in 2009, right? By the time Watchmen was out, Thor was already in production, and Matthew Vaughn was directing. They decided that he couldn't direct it because he had another obligation, and then they got Kenneth Branagh. By 2010, Thor was already shooting, like a year after Watchmen, and they already had the cast. The script was written in 2007. Captain America: The First Avenger in 2008. Like, things were moving. Iron Man 2 was already coming out. You know, it was already in post-production when Watchmen came out. The Avengers was announced way back when they announced the entire first phase. Well, at the time they didn't call it a phase, but it was announced alongside a bunch of other films in 2007, and then 2008 reconfirmed. I don't get how anything, literally anything, could possibly, like anything in the MCU, could possibly be credited to Zack Snyder and or Watchmen, because nothing that they've done could have possibly influenced anything in the MCU. But of course now people are literally saying this is true, which I guess, look, the cult of Zack Snyder is the ultimate cult of personality these days, and cult is correct. So I guess now we're going to live in a blind world where Zack Snyder is responsible for the MCU success. My God.